never deny me. And I need you know all that you need me for. You the one that I want in the club. After all, don't you see these hoes? Nothing like us, nothing like us.
I am muted. Okay. Let's get into this, man. This is gonna be a short stream. Alright. How the heck? Okay, this is gonna be a short stream.
Save big when you shop red at Giant. Discover thousands of sizzling deals.
Okay. Start off. I was thinking about this yesterday, and I was thinking like, bro. Okay, wait. Give me a second. Let me think about how to word this. Okay, yeah. I was thinking about this. So many people get caught chasing their past or chasing their future. They forget they're walking in the present, and that just had me thinking like, damn, because it's so easy to just be occupying yourself throughout your day, and then a week later you just realize like, damn, so much time went by fast. Or it's crazy. Most people only think time goes by slow when you're actually like living in the moment type beat. You know what I mean? Like when you're actually bored, that's when you realize how slow time's going by. But when you're overstimulated at all times, or when you're busy or just occupying yourself, then you don't realize how fast time went by until a couple of days has passed by. Like, damn, yesterday was just Monday, or yesterday was, or 2 days, 3 days ago was Monday, and it's Thursday now. But that's what I was saying. Like, damn, because it's like, I don't know. That's just one of the things you gotta let marinate. Because so many people really do get caught chasing their future or chasing their past that they forget they're walking in the present. And that's how 8 months, 5 months, 10 years, 20 years goes by. That's how you say you're gonna buy a car this year, and then now 3 years later you haven't bought a car. That's how some promises you make end up not getting fulfilled because you're not living in the present moment. You're so focused on what was going on back then or what's going on tomorrow, you're not living today. And that actually, when I think about it, that might be like a pandemic most people are going through. Not being able to live in the present moment. It's it's like it doesn't sound hard to do, but it can actually be very hard to live in the present moment, especially when you can be so overly stimulated with the phone. And that brings me to my next point, because like I said, we reacted to that thing on Tuesday when the person said that phones are evil, and I was talking about how I do agree phones are evil. I agree. I believe smartphones are evil. I believe with the ability. I believe that. I believe since smartphones allow us to do everything on our phone, right? We can play games. We can seek entertainment. We can seek knowledge. We can write down information. We can keep track of everything, even our steps. It's allowing. It's allowed us to become out of touch with reality because we can do everything on our phone. There's no point of me ever putting pencil to paper. There's no point of me ever talking to people in person because I can talk to people on social media, right? There's no point in me reading books, reading hard copies when I can just read it on my phone. Like you can get to a point where everything's on your phone. Like why am I hanging out with people when I can just go watch a movie on my phone? Or why am I going watching a movie in person when I can watch it on my phone? Why go play soccer when I go play FIFA on my phone? It's like you just almost become out of touch with reality to the point where I mean you don't even realize that there's finer things in life, or to the point where this is it's well really you just become so out of touch with reality to the point where you fill in the blank. Like this is where you tell me however you feel. So yeah, I was thinking like smartphones really it's evil. And speaking of evil, man, I've been seeing this stuff on. Bro, I don't know what's going on in this world. I'm seeing the government, not the government. I'm seeing there's like a mass recall of everything. I'm seeing a mass recall of food, a mass recall of eggs. I think I saw something about 90,000 pounds of ground beef had to get recalled for whatever reason. I'm seeing bacon's getting recalled. Um, Avocado oil has been getting recalled, especially like a lot of companies they didn't pass a purity test when it comes to their avocado. And if you don't know, avocado is a more expensive oil to use, supposedly a more healthier oil to use instead of using your typical seed oils. So with avocado oil not passing the purity test for a lot of companies, that were using avocado in their chips or in their dressings, it kind of lets people know that you were basically paying more for an oil that wasn't as good or wasn't advertised to be as good as it actually is. So you were buying avocado oil, which is known to be healthier than seed oils, and since it didn't pass the test, you were probably buying avocado oil that had a mixture of seed oils in the avocado oil. So you were getting scammed. Tough. And I was a victim of that. And then what's it called? What else? I saw something else. I mean, I probably got it on my phone. I don't even want to search on my phone because it's like, but I mean, there's like a mass recall of so many foods, and then you find out organic stuff isn't even like, just because it's organic, that doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you. Because even fruits, even organic fruits, are not necessarily good for you because they still get sprayed with pesticides. So you want to get organic fruits that have tough skin, that have thick skin, which is, which takes away certain fruits that people love, like strawberries or cherries, blueberries, apples, oranges. Well, not oranges, but potatoes. Well, that's potatoes and more vegetable, but it's crazy, bro. With this huge food recall, is like, damn, what the heck is in this world? And that brings me to my next point, bro. Because I was thinking, I'm stuck between two things. I believe heaven and hell. I believe we are living on heaven, but it's being turned into hell. When I look at some of the beautiful things in this world, like Mother Nature, I look at that as the beauty of this planet. I look at that as the heaven. You see Mother Nature. You see the relationships people can build with each other. The genuine relationships that people can have with each other. I mean, there's just a lot to be appreciative in this world, like water. I mean, really just almost anything in nature. But then, as we see certain agendas being pushed, you see rappers talking about sex, drugs, violence, women, whatever the case may be. You see these women out here always talking about whatever they got in between their legs. You see people feeding into negativity as much as they do on social media. You see people always trying to hop into the trend, willing to do anything for clout, even if that means selling their soul or whatever the case may be. It just shows you, like, everything in this world is we might be living on heaven and slowly being turned to hell. Like, especially with this huge food recall, it's like, are they just trying to poison us? Because that's what, bro, I don't want to get too deep, bro. But it's like, I was thinking heaven or hell. I was thinking we either live on heaven and it's being turned into hell. Because almost every food that you see in these grocery stores is really just poisoning you and causing you to get sick or deal with illnesses or whatever the case may be. And then along with all the influences that you may see on social media or on your day to day. And then also that, I was also thinking that heaven or hell might just be a state of mind. Like when it comes to thinking positive or thinking negative, or when it comes to moving with a purpose versus not really having a purpose, so you fall into depression. Like, I was really stuck between those two. I think there is some truth to either one of them, because when it comes to the heaven, and I'm probably saying everything too fast, but when it comes to us living on heaven and it's being turned into hell, when I look at the music that many people listen to, when I look at how so many negative things can go viral and how people seem to give negative stuff so much attention, when I look at like the food being poisoned and how people love to eat unhealthy, it's like all that stuff is killing us slowly. But that seems to be what is idolized by society, and it seems to continue to get pushed out more and more. Like, realistically, why would the government ever want this to be pushed out? Why would you want people to be feeding into negativity? Why am I able to find Twitter? I mean, I don't have Twitter, but why am I able to find social media pages that have hundreds of thousands of views and all they do is post drama, or all they do is post fights, all they do is post someone getting shot? Or why do people even post people getting shot? And how is they? I don't know why people post that, but and then why is corn still public for people to see? Like, corn should be banned everywhere. OnlyFans should be banned everywhere. Like, why are these stuff continue to get pushed more and more? And then there's always something to justify why this is going on. Like, someone could always justify why, like, let's say a guy is painting his nails, he's just expressing himself, and you could be right, but there's so many things that just get pushed out into the world that are negative, that's making it so easy to, or that's overshadowing the positivity. It's like, are we living on heaven being turned into hell? because the whatever's popular right now is negative for the most part. Like people rather acknowledge someone who's hating on them in the comment section than someone who's showing them love. Someone would rather go on a 10-minute rant for a YouTube video on people hating on them than a 10-minute appreciation video showing love to people that have showed love to them. The only time you typically see someone show love to people that show love to them is when they hit like a goal, like they hit 1,000 followers or 100K. But outside of that, but those are just off milestones. Outside of that, most cases you're gonna see someone address hate any chance they can get. They're not gonna address, just like how they might address their love every single time they hit a milestone. They're not gonna address their hate every time they hit a milestone. They're gonna address their hate every day. They're only gonna address their love when they want to though. But I don't know. I don't really do a good job explaining that, because like that was more like I was thinking about that a couple of days ago. Like, do we live on heaven that's being turned into hell? Or would I say heaven and hell is more so of a mental mind state? But I don't know. But if I had to say, I would probably say I think we live on heaven turned to hell, and I think that's just one of those things where you kind of just have to look at it from third person, and then just examine everything around you, and then just start asking yourself like, why does this happen? Why do we do that? And then go from there. But that's just another. That's another thing. When I was thinking like that, why? When it comes to people that raise kids, or when it comes to people that raise kids, because obviously every parent wants to raise their kid a certain way. When you do stuff like make sure your kids, I don't know, when you just raise your kids a certain way, why are you raising them that way? Right? I saw a guy yesterday post a video of him trying to teach his baby or his child to open and close the door for girls every time you have a woman around you, even though the kid's like 2 years old. He's trying to instill that behavior, that habit into their child, which nothing's wrong with that. But why are you doing that? Because there's many things that parents would do. The parents may instill religion into you, but why? Why are you doing that? Because you might have good intentions. Because when it comes to instilling religion in you, what is the purpose of instilling religion in you? For guidance? But for as much guidance as you may be giving the kid, you may be misguiding the kid as well. You don't want to instill religion into someone without them actually having to take time to go out of their day and actually do their research on every religion to find which one's best for them. Because I grew up religious, I grew up a Christian, but I could have never told you why I'm a Christian. I could have never told you what made me a Christian or why I chose Christianity, because I didn't choose Christianity. I guess I was born into it, I guess. I don't really want to say I was born into it, but I was born going to church and going to church school or whatever. So I was just saying, like, for a lot of things people do in their life, when it comes to instilling someone or instilling habits, or when it comes to just anything, you probably should question. That's one of the things, when you start to realize what's going on in the world, you're gonna start asking yourself why do we do that and things of that nature. But I don't know. I'm saying a lot, man. I'm saying a lot and I'm not saying a lot at the same time, probably. I'm just talking all over the place. But let me see. Give me 1 second. Where the heck is my thing? Next point I wanted to make. I want to talk a little bit about the YouTube basketball space, because I've been seeing some stuff about like people like Nas and number one, I think Scoob is the face of YouTube basketball. Scoob is the face of YouTube basketball. People like Nas, people like Mr. Politician, you can't be the face of basketball, because with the whole YouTube basketball, it was built off people just playing regardless of the circumstances. It was built off just check up, let's not do much talking, let's hoop. And Scoob is the embodiment of that. Scoob don't duck no smoke, and there's nothing wrong with ducking smoke ultimately, because you don't got to play anyone that you don't want to play. But Scoob is the embodiment of playing anybody, whenever, however. He is the embodiment of that, and the way he carries himself in his games, especially after a loss, because Scoob is a great example of like losing does not matter. No one cares about how you lose. People just care about how you respond to a loss. No one cares if you get your ass kicked and you lose 30-10 in a game, but if you come back the next game and you lose 30-5 and you didn't make any improvements, then people care about how you lost. Obviously, people are going to have some things to say about you regardless of who you lose to and how you lost, but at the end of the day, people are more focused on how you respond to a loss. And you'll typically see it because every once in a while when like a great player loses, even if it's in like the NBA, if LeBron James was to lose a finals, someone's going to say like, oh, this is going to be the game that turns him into a villain, right? This is going to be the game that makes him the best player that he could have ever been. So, but yeah, I think Scoob is the best player in the space. I think Scoob is I think he's the face of the whole YouTube basketball scene. I think he's just someone who doesn't vocalize his thoughts, or he doesn't market himself as the face, so he doesn't come off as that. Because you got people like Nas, who's won like 37 straight games, and you could easily say Nas is the face. You could easily say Nas is the face, but when I think of if you had to ask anybody, if anyone wanted to join the YouTube basketball space as like a pro and they had to play anybody, most people are either choosing Scoob or Nas, but it would be much easier to choose Scoob because at least Scoob doesn't duck smoke. At least Scoob, it's going to be more of like, it might just be with Scoob, let's just make sure the money's right before we play. But with Nas, there's some politics involved. It's like, oh, well, he might not want to play you until you've proven yourself, or he might have some people on his hit list first, or whatever, or I might not feel like playing this game right now. Like, I don't know. I just look at Scoob and I look at him, and Scoob truly embodies what the YouTube space is supposed to be. Him and Moon embody it the most, and that's why they get so much love, regardless if they win or lose. It doesn't matter who they lose to. It doesn't matter if Moon or Scoob lose to a random person that we've never seen in the space on a random Thursday. People aren't gonna let those losses hold too much weight on them because of the fact that they're solidified in the space, because they don't duck smoke. But when you got people like Nas, who's got a reason for why he doesn't play people, or people like Rob or whatever the case may be, then it makes every loss that you have hurt a little bit more. It makes every game that you play have a little bit more weight that's not in your favor, because of the fact that you kind of beat around the bush, or you're tiptoeing through all the excuses or all the politics that you want to come up with. And along with the YouTube basketball space, I don't think Keon will ever be top 5. Keon can't guard. I don't know how Keon can't guard, and it was apparent after his. I mean, it was apparent after his second game that he played. After he played, yeah, Keon can't guard. He will never be top 5. He doesn't even guard in 3v3s or 2v2s. So that alone is concerning. That shows he's not a competitor. But nevertheless, Keon can't guard. He can never be top 5 in this space. I don't know how people like BLs be saying Keon has top 5 potential. Are you seeing what I'm saying? I don't know how anyone had Keon being Scoob. And Keon probably will start losing more games, because once people start getting like a large body of film on him to really scout him and game plan for how to guard him, yeah, he's probably gonna start losing some more games, because he also does need to put on weight, and he needs to start playing defense. So, and I don't know if he's gonna do either one. I mean, he might put on more weight, but I don't know if he's gonna play defense, because he's been getting fried a lot in those 2v2s and 3v3s, and he still hasn't, built up a competitive edge, or built up some type of pride when going up against certain people. But yeah, I don't know. That was another thing I was gonna say. That's my hot take too. I had this written down. I don't even, in the YouTube basketball space, I don't even think there's a top 5. I don't think there's 5 guys in the space that are even all around, that are even good all around. I think the only 3 players you can look at, there's not. I don't think there's 5. There's not even enough players in the YouTube. There's not enough good players in the YouTube basketball space for you to say there's a top 5. So throw Moon out of there. Moon's not top 5. He's not good offensively. He's not good. And then who's the other guy they say? I'm not a big fan of Zay in the top 5, because he can't shoot a lick out of that ball. He can't shoot. But I guess you could put Zay in there because he's not. But outside, really, you could just put Scoob, Nas, and Zay in the top 5. And then the next 2 spots are just open until people show up. I wouldn't mind throwing in Ladin in there if he could finish games, but he can't. And then, Yeah, but I wouldn't. I don't know. I can't. I don't even know how people have a top five because even in the top five, when you put like Scoob, Nas, Zay, Rob, and Moon, most of them can't even guard. Like as soon as Nas gets worried, he's gonna start hacking. As soon as Scoob's gonna hack damn near early on to the end of the game. But most of these guys, they're gonna either start hacking from start to finish, or they're gonna hack once they see they're about to lose. Like Nesco. Nesco's a prime example. That man don't even care to hide it. But no, I don't think there's. I really don't think there's a top five in the YouTube basketball space because most guys can't even. Most guys aren't even all around players, and then most guys aren't all around. Most guys can't play defense, or they're just lacking skill. So most guys in the YouTube basketball space, they can't play defense, lack skill, or they're just not an all around player for me to even say that there's really a top five in the YouTube basketball. Now, yes, there's a top five by default. Like if we're gonna put five guys in a list, yeah, we got to give five. But if we're speaking, like we're really when we talk about top five guys, you want to obviously talk about five guys that are actually good at what they do. I don't see five guys that are actually good at what they do. They're just good compared to their opponents, but not good at what they do though. There's a huge difference because there's a huge reason why some of these guys aren't playing pro. But even still, even for some of the guys that are playing pro, they have not shown anything in this space. And that leads me to my next point: the difference between inconvenience and convenience. And I talked about this on Tuesday. Almost everything that is convenient for you is not good for you. Almost everything that's convenient for you is making you weaker. Whether it's you literally being able to do anything on your phone, right? You can track your steps on your phone. You can count. You can write. You can keep track of your notes on your phone. You can track the days. You can track your calories. You can play games on your phone, movies on your phone, to the point where you literally there's no reason for you to ever get off your phone because everything is on your phone. That is essentially making you weaker and lazier because if you actually had to get up and actually write things down, which would be better for your memory, that would help. If you actually had to get up and maybe had to remind yourself to do push-ups every day instead of having to set reminders on your phone. If you actually had to remind yourself about your appointments instead of having to set reminders on your phone, or just anything like that, especially inconvenience. The best example for why inconvenience is a weakness is because the best example to show that the best example to prove that convenience is weakness is the fact that the junk food is healthy. Bro, was I saying convenience this whole time? The best example to show that convenience is weakness is by just realizing that junk food is cheap. All this junk food, all these fast food restaurants, all these foods and whatever that you see in grocery stores, they're cheap. They're all bad for you though. The healthy foods, which is inconveniencing you, because now you got to spend more. Everything that's inconvenient is making you stronger, as you can see with healthy foods. That's what's helping you feel better. That's what's gonna help your mood. That's gonna help get rid of brain fog, fatigue. That's just going to help you feel better and feel at your peak at all times, as you will want to. While the convenient foods, which are the healthy ones that you can go get from go get from McDonald's and in like 5 minutes, those are ultimately what's killing you. Like, isn't it crazy how you can get like 20 nuggets from McDonald's for $5? Like, you can't tell me all those nuggets are not expired. Like, realistically, who is selling you 20 nuggets for $5? Who's doing that? Are you even eating real chicken? Because the Detroit Pistons, when they were on that 26 game losing streak, they were giving out like 5-piece wings to everyone for free if they just won a game. Imagine you got a franchise in the concession stand. They're selling wings for free if the Detroit Pistons win a game. You can't tell me you're eating real chicken. You can't tell me you're eating real meat. Why would they give out free chicken, free wings, if we win a game? Come on, bro. Just let it sink in. Just let it sink in, bro. Let it sink in. Another example. Playing video games can be convenient, but that can only be making you weaker. That can only be pushing you away from your goal. While exercising is a perfect example of inconvenience. Like, exercising is inconveniencing you. You have to get up and exercise. Now you have to sweat. No one wants to sweat because you have to smell, and now you're wet. And then you also have to do something you don't want to do, like going for a jog for 20 minutes. But at the same time, that inconvenience is making you stronger because now you're helping yourself get in shape. You're increasing your mood. Brain fog is going away. You're able to feel better about yourself, more confident about yourself, and things of that nature. I mean, and then on top of that, with you being in shape, at least you'll be able to run away from a dog if one chased you, compared to if you were out of shape. You might run out of breath after like 30 steps. But I don't know, bro. I probably repeated myself like 3 times on that statement, but I don't know. Let's see if I have anything else to talk about. Oh, that was another thing. When it came to smartphones, like I said, smartphones have helped us. Well, not helped us, but smartphones with smartphones being able to, give us everything, that has definitely made us out of touch with reality, and we saw that in the flesh when COVID happened. Because it's a lot of time, bro. A lot of these kids, their social skills nowadays are fried due to COVID. Their social skills are fried due to COVID. They don't know how to talk to people. And that's because they were on their phones for 2.5 years, just scrolling at home. And now when they're having conversations, they don't know what they're doing. I'm asking a kid, what's his name? He's out here looking at his father. He's like, bro, I'm talking to you. Like, I'm talking to you. Like, and this kid's like 12 years old. He's not even telling me his name. I'm at a gym with a kid. I'm asking him, do you have a membership? And he's saying, what's a membership? How are you at a gym? You don't know what a membership is. Now, you may not know what the word membership means, but at the same time, how are you at a gym and you don't know if you have a membership, bro? So your parents just dropping you off here? You don't know what's going on? Because if you don't even know what the word membership is, why are they dropping you off here? They know what, because if you don't know what it is, they must know you don't know what it is. There's no way they thought you did and you didn't. I'm asking kids, do you have a membership? Because I need a kid to sign in for me. He doesn't know if he has a membership. He doesn't even know his PIN. So what the heck are you doing here? Are you just living on cloud 9? Help me, help you. Help me. Help me. Couldn't even help me. But I don't know. I said a lot. I might have said nothing while saying a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I know this was a lot, bro. This was very scattered. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be back live. What day is it? I'm gonna be back live Monday, 5:30. Law Society, episode 19. Actually, let me see. Is there something to watch? Nah, not nothing I want to watch. Nothing I'm interested in watching. But oh shoot, that was another thing I was thinking about because I saw this yesterday. I realized we as you get older, you realize nothing in this world is free. Nothing in this world is free, but for some reason, flu shots are still free. And every once in a while, I just think about how I regret taking that COVID vaccine because I just know that did more damage to me than anything else. Because why were they giving that out for free? Unless I was the product, unless I was the test dummy, why were they giving that out for free? Because who really even needs flu shots to avoid getting the flu? I don't even know if do people still get the flu? I've never got the flu. But I don't know. I feel like it's kind of sketchy the fact that flu shots are free because that's like the only thing that's free, especially in this current economy that we live in, where literally everything costs. I gotta pay money just to get extra time to talk to ChatGPT, just to get more messages, just for me to be able to send more messages to ChatGPT. I gotta pay, but I don't gotta pay to take flu shots. But isn't flu shots supposed to be protecting me from illnesses? So that should be a valuable thing, though. So why don't I gotta pay for something so valuable like that, but I gotta pay to talk to ChatGPT, something that's not nearly as valuable? Like what I'm telling you, bro. I don't know, something about that vaccine. I want to figure out how to detox myself from this vaccine. But anyway, I'm gonna use this massage gun. And I'm gonna get off, bro. I'm not gonna bother y'all. I'm gonna be back live to Monday at 5:30, unless I hit y'all with a surprise stream, which probably won't happen. But I'll be back live Monday at 5:30. This was a lot. This was very all over the place. Um, yeah.